step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too.
Yeah.
But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
For Toronto, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Lowry kicks to Patterson. It's stolen by Morris. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist from Beal. Wall's got his first bucket in this one. Wall again, Lowry. Out to the right wing. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. Makes it off the glass. Valanciunas has got 6.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Gortat, the pass to Morris. Oh, and here comes Carroll all alone. Lowry against Wall. Rejected by Wall. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Dudley comes in for Markieff Morris. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes naturally to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Thompson comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for Damari Carroll. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. For Washington, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Well, getting back to Kyle Lowry, the reason he's always a triple-double threat, Clark, because of his great work on the glass for a guard. Tough, strong, relentless, and committed to getting rebounds.
He's got the attitude of a power forward, even though he is a point guard. That's why he's one of the best rebounding guards in the league. It's his mentality.
Ross, that's good. Several lead changes going on here in the early. Oh, wow. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk. Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man. It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And it's Lowry penetrating. 4 seconds left with 1 on the clock. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking full advantage of playing at home, and the fans have really helped them here.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Porter is up there with Markieff Morris. And it's Gortat in at the center position. Washington's offense last year looked solid on paper, but in reality, it was much tougher to defend against. They could hurt you in a number of ways.
And the Wizards, Kevin, could get you in transition, but they could also, as you mentioned, they could get you with their half-court sets. Top 10 in field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage last season.
Here's Joseph after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Beal on the double team. Wall with the steal. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Toronto calls timeout.
And, you know, for the Wizards, it wasn't just how they scored, but who scored. I mean, they ended the season with all 5 starters averaging double-digit points, and that's a rarity.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And a switcher also for Washington. Jared Dudley's checked in for Markieff Morris. It's Wall with the drive.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Drake, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And thinking back to the Wizards having all of their starting 5 scoring in double digits last year, those are the kinds of teams that coaches hate to plan against. Any given night, one of them can step up and hurt you, and you just couldn't plan for where their points were going to come from.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And for Kyle Lowry, last season was full of milestones. First, he signs the big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, he didn't finish as strong with the postseason, but a terrific year.
That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. And on the topic of Lowry, he became only the 3rd Toronto Raptor ever, Clark, to be voted into the All-Star game.
Yeah, you know, Bosch and Vinsanity, the other 2. Lowry also participated in the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge. Man, he's been outstanding as a point guard.
And a tenacious leader for the Raptors.
Yeah. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Kicks to Patterson. Out to the wing. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Good on the triple. Lowry's got 6 in the quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Beal dishes to Gortat. And the rejection by Valanciunas. To the right side. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
DeRozan with it. He's picked up by Wall. And it's DeRozan missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Wall attacking. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. And the Raptors call time here. And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. Ross, he's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Joseph. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Sessions. Defense right on him. From deep. Here's Ross. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. For Toronto, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. That free throw, no good. And Toronto making a change here.
2 shots.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Stolen by Joseph. Johnson up top. Here's Ross. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like...
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Toronto ahead as they end the second quarter with a 13-5 run. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Marcin Gortat really making a difference here.
Yeah, you just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.